Oh.
That's Sabrina and Boys Summertime Love. It's 8:09.
Hey,
We're
good
live
morning,
on Facebook.
everyone. Yes, indeed, with the founder and the executive director of 3Pumpkins, Shiyun, here to talk about, hey, let kids be kids, as we tell you more about the Tak Takut Kids Club, creating a space where children can play, they can explore, make choices, build confidence, and I love this last bit, simply belong.
So important for kids to belong. Shiyun, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning. Okay, so someone who's hearing about 3Pumpkins and the Tak Takut Kids Club, what is it and what made you start it?
Yeah.
3Pumpkins is actually a community. It started as a community arts organization. So I come from an arts background. Like I was doing producing and stuff, but I always believe that arts needs to be accessible to the people and it should be created with the people. Yeah, so this was like 2016. I was really doing arts for about 10 years. And I was looking at how our arts and culture development is really like in the city center.
Okay.
So, you know, like kids from the rental flats, right? They're living in
Yeah.
rental flats. They could go to the museum for free. They can go to the Esplanade. There's programs for free. But the accessibility is actually not there. Like to get to the city center, actually, you need time, you need someone to bring you there. So you need money for transport, for food, right? So how do we actually bring the arts into the neighborhood? Yeah. And also make the arts as a part of daily life for the kids. Yeah. So it started from there. How do we make the arts accessible? And how do we create with people? So then I just went to the playground, brought art materials like leftover from an exhibition. Then I was at Toa Payoh, actually nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, the playground. I just went there every Saturday at the same time to play with the kids. Yeah, and I did that for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it started from there actually. Yeah, how to make the arts accessible, and then what is the role of the artist?
Oh my
It's also to discover what is the realities, right, of people, and then how do we tell the story. So I just spent time with the kids, and then was at the playground, and then it's like a rabbit hole lah. So from there you get to know more, and then what are the gaps, and then do more about it. Yeah. So at the playground, the kids, because it's the arts is a safe space, you know, they use the arts to create and they express themselves. And I started to realize that the kids really have a lot of problems. This can be from financial, mental health, and education. But I think something that is in common is that something is missing at home, which is relationship. So families tend to be, they might be going through something. Yeah. So there's not much care for the kids. So relationships are kind of compromised there. And they tend not to have that relationship in school also, because how communication is, they learn how to communicate at home, right?
At home first,
So at school, that relational skills might be compromised also. So you imagine a child's life, right? No, not good relationship at home and not in school. So where do they go? They go to the streets. That's when like gangs are very attractive.
Yeah, they are, because the gangs always promise you a family and brotherhood.
Yeah. So my thinking is, what about a good gang in the neighborhood? Yeah. And I also seeing that week on week, kids do want to come and they bring their friends.
Cute.
Yeah. So, tend to when we do like social service work, we talk about outreach, right? So door knocking.
Right.
I realized that I didn't have to do that because the kids would just bring their friends.
Yeah.
And they would probably bring their friends who are on in the streets anyway.
Yeah. When you did this at the playground in Toa Payoh, how long did you do it for?
3 years.
But each session would be like, you just be there for the whole afternoon? Or?
Whole afternoon, yeah.
And like what kind of activities? You just come like, okay, we're going to do this craft today? Or like, or you just let it be like sort of a free, just a free space to create for the kids?
So I tend not to think about the arts as a space where people can express themselves.
Sure.
So it's not like children come and learn how to make art.
Okay.
So there's no good art.
Yes, of course, of course.
So it's like paint and paper. So the kids come in and then they express themselves.
Nice.
And week on week, we actually change the activity. The activity evolves, so it's organic.
Okay.
So depending what the kids wants to do. Over time, there were also more and more volunteers coming in.
Right.
So volunteers also come in with their ideas on what to do. So it's developed together with the community.
And it just takes place in a just a space like under the block and stuff like
This
that.
is a playground.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to jump onto our Facebook Live and carry on the chat, so come and join us.
Good times, great.
So that's quite amazing. So the
Yeah.
kids are. We're talking about these playground situations that Shiyun gets involved in. So the kids come on their own. It's not like they're brought by the parents
No, they're not. Yeah.
because there's absolutely no relationship at home.
I mean, yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they are basically on their own.
So that's
Yeah.
why they hang out downstairs at the
Yes.
playground, looking for company. Just
They make a conscious decision to come to this.
I like
Yeah.
that,
Which
and
is
they bring
really
their
good.
friends.
Yeah, so even now that we have a club, right? Similar, yeah. The kids come in first, they bring their friends, then we'll contact the parents. So it's like the other way around. So usually programs is like the parents have to consent,
Yes,
then
yes,
they bring
yes.
their kids,
Okay.
and it's very hard to then reach out to the kids because the parents are not free to bring them.
Yeah.
So here is like the kids opt in first. Yeah.
Is there any issues, because there's always like, parent consent because they are young, they are minors and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you face those kind of difficulties? Because for you guys, it's the kids coming to you first.
Yes, yeah.
So what do you have to like, can you get your parent to sign this form?
Oh, of
or
course,
something?
yeah. So,
I
but we
see.
make the form very simple.
I see.
Yeah, so they
I
come
see.
in, then we get to know the kids first,
Okay.
then we get to know the parents. Sometimes, but majority is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have parents who are rather like, no, I don't want my kids to come down here. They
Yeah.
have something else to do.
Oh.
But that also means that there's care at home.
okay.
So that is
okay.
maybe not our priority,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. Our
Okay.
priority will be like kids who actually, parents are more absent. Yeah.
When you started the Tak Takut Kids Club, you said it was a social experiment. What were you hoping to find?
I think it was something like we're just saying that if the child environment is basically between the school and the home, and how can community step in? So I was thinking about if the community step in to play a role to have that trusted relationship with the kids, what would happen? Yeah, I think that was just my thought. Yeah. So at the playground, I think it was something that was not enough already because at Toa Payoh, it was by learning from the kids. I always learn from them. Like what do they
Aw.
need, right?
Yeah.
They were like dragging cardboard from the mini mart, and they were like building a study club at the playground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I started to realize that they want a club. They want a space of their own.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we were also looking at what are the existing spaces. So there was like a seniors club.
Yeah.
So we kind of use that space for a bit, but I felt that the children need a space.
Yeah.
Where
One
it's
of
like,
their own.
of their own, yeah. So they have
Yeah.
ownership. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to build a sense of belonging, right, for the kids, to a community. So that's when then the club comes about. Yeah, like setting up a
Fantastic.
space that is for them
That is just so awesome.
and with them.
yeah. Just a quick question. I mean, you talked about how you just wanted to make arts more accessible, and that's why you started these, just organic, just random sessions, going to the playground, meeting the kids and all that. And then you realized there was a lot more you thought, of bringing arts to people, but then by doing that, it made you more aware of all the things that were going on. So
Yeah.
like you said, that rabbit hole, you fell
Yeah.
deep and deeper into the rabbit hole.
Yes. It's funny because as I was doing it, and especially after setting up the Tak Takut Kids Club, TTKC, I think I've been more recognized like a social worker. Yeah. In fact, when 3Pumpkins then became a charity,
Okay.
we were under the National Council of Social Service
Right.
rather than the arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
And are you okay with how that has progressed?
I don't really care anymore. Like, are
Because
you
it's
an
more about
artist? Are
getting
you a
it
social
done,
worker? Are
getting
you
it
what?
done,
But
right?
Yeah.
I think it's very hard to pigeonhole this work. Yeah, especially because we are the human-centric, child-centric. So when you're focused on a child, it's actually everything,
Sure.
right? It's social support, it's education, it's health, it's the arts, it's the culture, it's everything. Yeah, so you can't really pigeonhole it in anything.
Yeah.
So we are kind of like in everybody's lane, but in nobody's lane. Yeah, but it's about meeting a child where they are.
Yeah, I like how, because you've just kept your eyes open, and your mind open to what is going on. You were able to properly identify what was needed, how to get through to them, how to get them in the club, and what they needed. So I think, everything worked out in the end.
You've been doing this for what, 7 odd years now? Is it?
The club,
The
7
club,
years. Yeah.
7 years. Have you seen a change in children during that 7 years? Their needs, their wants, their attitudes?
Well, if you look at a 7-year development, I mean, I would say that the change happened every other day. But let's look at like a 7-year. So this work is also, I'm looking at community development work. So imagine a child coming in at like 7 years old. Actually, no, let's say 9 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're like 16 years old, 17-year-old. So we have a few pioneering children who are now in Polytechnic.
Wow.
And they are doing community development and psychology.
Wow.
So you feel that might be because of the influence of their time?
Could be, yeah. So they are also coming back and they are initiating their ideas. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So for example, one of the youth, he was like, okay, there's this Sunday football thing that's for the kids in the neighborhood in Boon Lay. But he realizes that in that football thing, right, some of the smaller kids that, you know, they get bullied, you know, they're like, okay, you're not so good, then you go to the side, that kind of thing. So he wanted to set up a club that is for the smaller kids. And he will coach them. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So you see how that the community development works, yeah. So children become youth give back, yeah. And they understand the community very well. So they design the activities. And they will design it better than us.
That is truly remarkable.
Incredible.
Really remarkable.
That is absolutely incredible. Is there any particular child or moment that you've had that really captures what TTKC is all about?
I think TTKC, at the end of the day, I mean, we are, every day there's a lot of fun. There's we do the arts, we also go into cooking. Yeah.
Wow.
But ultimately, it's about being a safe space. Yeah. So one of the earliest encounter I had that I realized that, wow, I have to, we have to continue TTKC.
Yeah.
Was when a child texted me and said that the loan shark was going after her because her father was in debt. And somehow the loan shark went to her.
Yeah.
Let's hold that story. We'll take that story onto radio. Level 42, Something About You, 8:21, and we are talking to Shiyun, who is founder and executive director of 3Pumpkins. You were telling us a story.
Yeah, about how you've created a very safe space. You know, you've come to realize that Tak Takut Kids Club, or TTKC, needs to continue because it is that safe haven for so many of your children, and you were sharing a story about it.
Yeah, so there was I think she was about 10, 11 that time. Yeah. So it's just, for a year she was very quiet, but she was just participating in the activities.
Okay.
Yeah. And one day I received a text.
From her?
From her, yeah, like she needs help. And it's like this loan shark going after her. So then we intervened. Actually, we got in touch with the police.
Yeah.
And we also realized that she has a social worker. But often social worker may not have the relationship with the child.
Yeah.
So because they're working with the adults.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But so then the child's perspective and the child's lived experience, sometimes they are not known to the social workers.
Sure.
Or the children are actually afraid to tell the adults because often they get scolded after they have something, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So then I realized that is also another work of the TTKC. Yeah, it's like safeguarding children.
Right.
Because once you build a sense of belonging, children open up. So you really know, they will tell you what's happening at home, what's happening in their life. So you know the needs better. At the same time, you know their strengths better too. Yeah. So it all anchors back to relationship. And from that relationship, you'll find out so much about the child. Yeah.
And you know, in a way, it's such a gift, you know, that you get to be this trusted adult in their life that they need. Can I just take it back a little bit for everyone? How did the name Tak Takut Kids Club, which means don't be afraid, right? Don't be scared, how did that come about?
It was from the few years of being at the playground with the kids, right? I mean, you will see people fighting. Some are very avoidant, but you see that there's something, it's coming from fear of something, you know, fear of being judged, fear of losing out, so it goes into the fight mode or the flight mode, right? But also on the street lingo, you will hear something like, I'm not scared of you, right?
You think I'm scared of you?
So I thought that was quite fun. You know, how we can change that meaning for the child.
Right.
Yeah, like to build real confidence. Like you're really not scared. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I want to be part of this club.
Yeah, come
on. My tools.
with that in mind, with that comment in mind, if someone is listening to this now and going, hey, I'd like to get involved in this, maybe you are not involved in their area. I want to get involved in this. How do they contact you? How do they start?
Okay, so
Or how
now
can they get involved?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
or
have
contribute?
2 clubs now actually. So one is in Boon Lay
Okay.
and the other in Lengkok Bahru. This is
Okay.
Red Hill area. Yeah, so people can get involved by being volunteer befrienders.
Okay.
Okay.
So they come in weekly to befriend the children. Yeah.
Right,
So you
right.
can always go to the 3Pumpkins Instagram and then sign up to be a volunteer. Yeah. But
Okay.
we're also looking into more like developing a different type of volunteering. It's like because we have community workers and
Yeah.
befrienders, and there are like many needs on the ground.
Yes.
So we're also looking at some a committee of sort, like people who are good at math education. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Because you've identified all of these various other needs.
Other needs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. So you talk about these befrienders, right? These volunteers and all that. What if a volunteer has her kids and she just like to, get them involved, be there with the other kids, interact with the other kids and all that? Do you guys do something like that?
I
Not
think
right now.
the child is in slightly older, I think upper primary.
Okay, then
and
it's
above.
possible so
Yeah.
that they can
Yeah.
also
Mm,
guide. Is that you're
yeah.
looking for people to more guide the younger kids?
Yes, yeah. I think
okay.
it's always coming in, and we also want to make friends with people first. So
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
to come in and do a day and experience, because our program is a little bit different. I mean, we do have a fixed time, it's like there's cooking, there's arts, and then you play outdoors. Yeah.
Okay.
But in between is all very unstructured. In the sense that, like things come up, like some kids come in and they say, oh, I want to make this thing.
Okay, okay.
And then we will just go along, So it's a little bit different from the usual very structured kind of workshop thing, right?
Right.
Today I
Okay.
come in, I learn how to make something, and you teach the kids how to do that.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to like vibes along, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you-
So it takes some personality and character to be able to do
I'm
that.
sure, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Mm.
I remember that you saw some kids in the playground trying to set up a study club. So is there an element of like school or schoolwork
We
within
have
this club thingy?
a 7 to 8 o'clock slot, which we call quiet time.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's when you get them to sort of do their work or reading. or
Yeah,
something.
again, it's something that the children can make a choice.
Okay.
So they bring their work in.
Do they do work? Because if I was a kid, I'd make the choice to like, nah.
Yeah, we still have to do a bit of work about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back onto Facebook, and I've got a question.
The morning
In these 2 clubs, I mean, you get kids coming going, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get kids coming in and talking their problems out? Problems at home, problems at school.
Mm-hmm. So we do have kids who come in and want to do this, I want to do that. Some of them would just like, I don't want to do anything today. I'm done being useful. I've heard that before.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, great, yes, yeah, you don't have
Well,
to
that's
be
heavy.
useful now.
That's
yeah.
heavy.
Right.
Like you
Wow.
can just sit there. And some people, I mean, especially the older kids, like the upper primary and the secondary kids, yeah, they tend to want to come in and find someone to talk with.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Mm.
Especially if you've got no relationship at home and then that spreads into school. You really don't have anyone, not so much to lean on, but someone to bounce off.
Yes, yeah. And I think especially in the community as a third space, right, you don't have expectation. Yeah, because in school you're expected
Understood.
to perform,
Yep.
right? That is a certain standard, yeah.
Yep.
But when you come to the community, actually, that level of judgment is not really there. I mean, you just be yourself. You
Yeah.
can be vulnerable and you just share. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's really impactful. I can see why, to you, like what you do with 3Pumpkins and also like TTKC, it's quite simply let kids be kids, give them a place to belong. Yeah, it's really very special what you do.
In fact, there was once, this was a few years ago, we
Sure.
were just wondering, like, what is really the adult's role in here? And I think it applies to parents as well. So we actually had a town hall to ask the children.
Oh,
So, yeah, so what are the adults here for?
wow.
So they gave us our job description.
Oh.
And this is 3 things, right? It's very,
What
yeah.
did they
yeah.
say? I'm
So first
interested to
is,
know, yeah.
watch us play.
Okay.
Yeah. Second is play with us.
Okay.
And the third is be there when something goes wrong.
That would be the big one,
Wow.
I think. Be there when something goes wrong.
No, I just think it's amazing that the kids articulated that so
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah.
across. And in a town hall, they must have felt like, oh, I'm a proper adult now.
Yeah. So it's important at
Making
TTKC
change.
that the children's voices are always valued. So there are certain things that we, adults, we can discuss all we want. We will think about we want to act in the best interest of the kids, but what are the children really experiencing?
Yeah.
How are they feeling it? And we think about we want to care for kids, right? But do they feel cared for? Yeah, often they don't. Yeah.
Good Lord, I feel like I must have a town hall with my 4 sons.
Your 4 sons. I was just thinking that.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Why
you
not?
never know what it might reveal, okay?
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
Well,
The people you have, the volunteers you have helping you, do you find that the kids tend to latch on to them? If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's this attachment to
Yeah.
certain adults, right? So
Yeah.
because we are a community model, we want to see certain social resilience, right? So we don't want really that dependency. And the adults, the volunteers know that very well. So we have a certain code of conduct, child safeguarding guidelines. Yeah. So we realize that a child is particularly attached to one adult. It could be also our staff.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll quickly intervene
yeah.
and try to build that relationship with multiple adults.
Right,
instead.
right,
So
right,
then
right.
we'll do group work. Yeah. So we are a little bit different from mentorship because it's one-to-one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are community based. Yeah.
But that is, I think, it might be a great idea, because you want them to really create that safe space, right? And if it's pinned to just one adult, you don't want to, the odds of sort of failing that, the child because the adult can't be there all the time is always increased, right? So by making it like a community and a group-based thing, that's really wise. Wow.
Yeah.
We've got a question on our Facebook page. Just tell me if you can't answer it.
Okay.
I would understand. How is TTKC funded? And will you be expanding to other parts of Singapore?
TTKC currently is funded by private philanthropy.
Okay.
Yeah, we are still in discussion with the government.
Okay.
What sort of government funding comes in? Like I say, we are in everybody's lane.
Yeah.
And no one's lane also.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we are still in talks with different ministries about how can we then work with the government. I mean, we are already working in the government in terms of working relationship, but in terms of funding, sorry, what's the question?
Will you be expanding to other parts of Singapore?
Now we have 2 clubs. This is always the question about scaling. What's next, right? It seems like that. I mean, there are many organizations and many ground up communities who want to care for children better. I think we have found some approaches already.
Okay.
I think the thing about scaling up is actually more of knowledge sharing. How can we transmit some of the knowledge to many different communities and even at home, like in the families, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're currently not thinking about, let's scale and have many clubs.
Yeah.
But how do we share this knowledge?
Okay. So, what of the children? Because here you're helping the kids, but as you do that, you must be learning things. What have the children taught you about community, about relationship?
Wow.
What have you learned from the kids?
I was sharing what the children gave us our job description, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is, I think there's always the thing that I'm always learning from the kids. What are the adults for? Yeah. And so what is this adult to child relationship?
Okay.
Increasingly, because now, especially in the Boon Lay Centre, it's 7 years, right? Actually, the children come a lot for their friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm also learning from them. What do they seek in their friends?
Okay.
Because in their friends, they also have a lot of friendship problems. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we do a kind of impact, like evaluation of the club year on year, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of got worse in the sense that, children, because they know each other better, so there's more conflict. So in the sense I say get worse because they will report that actually I don't feel so good. I don't feel so safe because there are more fights among the peer.
Okay.
And then the
Wow,
adult
that's interesting.
the adult roles start to change. Yeah, actually a lot of be there when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than play with them because they'll be playing with their friends. Yeah.
Right.
So
Which is
yeah.
good. So within your club, they develop their own communities.
Yes, yeah. So you will see like small communities, on like like yesterday you will see like 50 kids come into the club, on the playground as well. But they're all in their little small groups. Yeah.
But that's a lot of kids.
Yeah,
You're doing a
50.
good job if you've got 50.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, great job. I mean the team and the
Yeah,
volunteers. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
50 kids. Wow.
So, do you ever? I mean, you remember you said you get to know the kid joins, then you get to to meet the parents or talk to the parents. How do you work with parents for these kids?
I think first is first principle is recognizing that actually the parents are very stressed. Yeah.
Facing a lot of challenges.
Yeah, they're finding there are a lot of challenges. They're finding stability. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first instance when we approach parents is always a good news.
Okay.
It's like, oh, your child is doing something great.
All right.
Then we share a photograph like, oh, he managed to crack an egg and fry something, make something for themselves, you know. That's how, I mean, when school usually call the parents, it's always something.
It's always something bad.
It's always something bad.
Always something bad.
Yeah.
So we always start with, hey, you know, we recognize something about your child that's good. And that also shift their perspective of the child. Thereafter, we tend not to work with parents too much in the sense that because we know they are very busy. Yeah. But when it goes to things like problems, like higher needs, usually it's because of family circumstances.
Sure.
Then we will then check in with the parents if they need support.
Do you ever work with the schools that these kids go to?
Yes, yeah. Like we have a partnership with schools, so we do like quarterly meetings with schools as well, and the family service centers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You guys take on a lot.
That's a lot of work you guys do.
That's a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, so we also realized that because I was just sharing, like kids come in and then they tell us what's happening at home. So we realized that we actually have quite a number of casework. Yeah, and 3 years ago, we started to develop in the team we also have social workers. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so there are kids with higher needs, or there are some risk issue, even like child protection issue.
Sure.
Yeah, that's when the social worker come in.
Right. You know, you've told us about children needing confidence and resilience and stuff like that. Is that something you can teach, or does it come from experience? That confidence, that resilience.
It's something that you experience, I think.
Yeah. It's more experience than something that you guys can teach.
Yes. I mean, we don't really teach. Yeah. Just like what I was talking about the arts, right?
Yep.
You have to experience it and discover something about yourself. Right. Yeah. I find that the confidence thing is when the arts come in quite good. Yeah. Because I used to be from the art space.
Yep.
So then there's some connections to have like a public presentation. Yeah. So we have this very funny thing. Every Friday we have this program called the Ge Tai.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It actually really started at this time of the year. It's Hungry Ghost, like 4 years ago. They were like, we just put out a white cloth and let's just have fun, sing and dance.
Yeah.
So that really became a thing. So kids come in and then they are performing for their community. So
awesome.
So along the way we have like
Friday.
dancers. Sorry?
Every Friday?
Every Friday, yeah.
Wow.
So we have dancers, we have like stand-up comedy also. And then over time they get better. So they then will perform at Esplanade.
Wow!
Yeah, one of the children's festival. So you see that after that performance, right, when they come to the center, they will walk differently. They will look different.
It's because I performed in public now. I've achieved something.
Yes.
So brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and I can see how that you're kind of really connecting with the community in a larger sense. Because of all these various activities through the kids, that's wonderful, really amazing.
So more stuff coming through on our Facebook. But they're asking whether you're open to collaborations. You are.
Yes.
I guess all they need to do is contact you through your Instagram.
Yes. Yeah.
So they are okay. So if you want to get or you want to collaborate, then please contact me.
Maybe you can share a little bit about the kind of collaborations you kind of need or want, or you keep your mind very open. Or
all sort of collaborations.
Okay.
From programs to kids' needs and funding.
So they just look for 3Pumpkins on Instagram and then get in touch with you that way.
Yeah, in fact, 3Pumpkins. I mean, the name of the word.
Yes.
3
How did that come about?
So it come from a Chinese fable, 3 monks.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the story of 3 monks is like there's one monk live in the temple on the top of a hill. So every day he goes down to the river and he collects water.
Right.
So he lives like that and he's fine, by himself.
Right.
Then the second monk came. So both of them carry water and they start to argue who is carrying more.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the third one came. The 3 of them go down again. They're arguing who is carrying more water and who is drinking more water.
Oh no.
Yeah. To a point that 3 of them just gave up. They just don't want to carry water anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then the temple got on fire. And 3 of them then have to learn how to collaborate. Yeah, and then they build the water system. So I believe in collaboration. In fact, 3Pumpkins' vision is strengthening human connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So yes, you are very open to collaboration.
Yes.
Having worked with children for as long as you have, what do you think children need the most from adults?
Today, yeah.
Being seen and being heard.
Mm.
To be seen and to be heard. Yeah. We tend to talk to our kids a lot. And not
Rather
talk
than with.
Yeah. Or do things for the kids rather than with them. So how do we be with them? I think that's what they
With
need.
is the operative word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
We
that
also
sounds
tend to like
me.
to problem solve a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we're also thinking about, I think this is like the KPI thing, right? What is success?
Yeah.
Yeah. But kids what they need is just to be with.
Oh, hang on. There you go. We're back. We're back on radio. That was
Yes, great song before that, and of course a great discussion that we were having on our
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
Live. Please come, make sure you watch the full interview because we have just found out. One of you have asked if 3Pumpkins and also the Tak Takut Kids Club, are you guys open to collaboration? And the answer is of a definite yes, and also because that is what 3Pumpkins, so the name itself was based on a Chinese fable that talked about the moral of the story was collaboration. So
Yeah.
yes, collaborate.
You know, as you were talking about what they need from adults,
Yeah.
just me as a parent, I think what I did with my kids was, yes, I'm a parent, and that's the disciplinarian and everything else. But from a very young age, I tried to establish a friend's relationship with my kids. Because the one thing I learned, and it's odd, I don't know whether you've learnt it, it is easier for a child to let down their parents than it is for them to let down a friend.
No.
Because mommy and daddy will always forgive you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the friend, you can lose.
Wow.
It's just something I learned as my children grew
A
up.
little bit ouch lah when I
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah, but it's
No,
very-
but it's true. It's
I
true.
think it's-
I
think
wish
it's very-
more of the children, especially at TDKC, can feel this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really important. Another one from our Facebook. Will you consider a Tak Takut club for adults? Some of us need to learn how to express our feelings.
Wow, or maybe just get more involved with the arts, perhaps.
You know,
Yeah.
just reading of that, not a Tak Takut club for adults, but would you consider, for want of a better name, this is terrible, a Parents' Day, where the parents of these kids come and interact with these kids? Would you?
We actually have like community events.
Okay.
Yeah, so like a Hari Raya is always it's the biggest one. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
community events is when then we invite the parents in.
Ah.
Yeah, so they tend to be they will come in and they will cook. There was like a big potluck, like 100 over people.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
But like you did point out, like, these parents are facing a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
They're very busy. So at least, there is some community outreach where the parents can get involved. And I think it's a very special time for them as well, right? To see their kids, be with their kids. The kids would love it too. Yeah.
Absolutely. One final question. If someone is listening now and thinks, I'd love to help, but I'm not a teacher, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a social worker, is there still a role for them? And what can ordinary people do to help build that stronger community?
Well, in fact, our befrienders, our volunteers, or even our staff may not come from this expertise. Yeah. In fact, we have quite a number of people from F&B.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, it's about cooking. It's about caring for people, right?
Right,
if you
right.
care for kids, yeah. I mean, we do all sorts of things. We have like gardening as well. Yeah. I mean, our activities also look like cleaning up the neighborhood, taking care of the center.
sure.
Yeah. You don't have to be an expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
you just have
But
the
be-
time to be there.
Yes, you have to be present.
Oh, I love that.
It's very cool.
I really want to know like all the great activities you guys are doing, through 3Pumpkins, through Tak Takut Club. I mean, like even teaching the kids to have that sense of community by cleaning up the neighborhood and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, that's really, really impactful. Yeah.
Super. I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I really do. Please set up an adult club. I want to.
But in Lengkong Bahru, we are looking into interacting with seniors.
Oh,
Yes, it's a very tight neighborhood. Yeah. So the kids and the
Fantastic.
seniors, they live very close by.
Yeah.
And in fact, in the last month, we'll keep hearing news. We hear news of there's deaths in the neighborhood. Yeah. And it's it's just happening very frequently.
okay.
And I was just
Okay.
thinking about how do then children grow up in the neighborhood, the seniors,
Yeah.
and how can they interact with each other.
Right.
So we're actually doing a public placemaking work. is where seniors usually hang out at this space in the public space.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just thinking about how can they interact. So we started the karaoke.
Oh my
With
goodness,
seniors
that's
and kids,
awesome.
yeah,
brilliant.
and
I love
it's called Sing Singapore. I brought back the
Oh.
name, yeah. So it seems like they like each other enough that we're gonna do this like every month.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
That's very cool.
that's one way of involving the seniors. But
Yeah.
I think when the adults, you just come in and join everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it's like quite chill and have fun.
And
yeah.
if nothing else, if you go and join, at least you'll know what your child is doing within this club. You know, it's good for the parents.
You know, Shiyun, you have so much to be proud of. I mean, just look
Yeah.
at how it has evolved, you know, from that simple action, that simple want. And look at how it's evolved, and so many lives from different generations you are impacting. Hats off to you.
I think this is
And the
really
team.
it's learning from the community. Yeah,
Yeah.
If we were not always learning and adapting, I think the work would have grown this way.
Yeah. You have grown quite a bit and you do some amazing work. We're going to end the interview with quick fire questions. We tell you something, you give us the first thing that comes into your head.
Oh no, okay,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
bad at this. Yeah.
Don't worry.
I also very bad at this.
One thing every child should be allowed to do.
Play,
Free play or structured play?
free play.
Free play. Finally, after 7 years with TTKC, what do you hope these children will carry with them as they grow up?
Culture of care.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
That's nice.
Shiyun, thank you so much for joining us here today and sharing something truly, truly remarkable,
Brilliant.
truly special.
Thank
and we wish
you.
you all the best. And we're going to keep a close eye on them, eh? And then just see how you guys are going to continue to grow and evolve.
Please come. Yeah, the children can learn from you guys.
Oh,
You
be-
will
yeah.
be blessed. You will be blessed.
I don't know if they want to see me in karaoke though.
FD and Lavinia on the morning drive.